Who is winning each NHL award? Who will be making it to the Stanley Cup Finals? Who's winning the Stanley Cup Final? And who will be ultimately making the playoffs? This is our awards predictions. Comment down below and subscribe. And let's get right to it with the awards. And we'll start off with a big one off the bat. The Hart Trophy, the MVP of the league, essentially.
All right, I'm going to give my three at
Reverse order.
reverse order, yes. Number 3, I have Jack Eichel. Number 2, Nikita Kucherov. And number 1 is Connor McDavid.
Number 3, Mikko Rantanen of the Dallas Stars.
We know where he plays.
Exactly. I wanted to emphasize it. I have to emphasize it
honestly,
this year.
You might need to clarify just because how many teams he played for last
Exactly.
year.
So I was unintentional, by the way. I did that, but now that you said it, I had to. Number 2, Nikita Kucherov. We know where he plays. And number 1, I agree with you. It's Connor McDavid. Reason why I went with, I'll just gotta say the winner out of the way. If he doesn't win it the year before, he'll probably come back and win it the next year. The only thing holding him back ultimately is injuries, or if someone else just goes nuclear. Simple as that.
Here's the reason why I have him winning. 1, they lost in the final again, so he's pissed. Number 2, contract talks. If this guy explodes,
I mean, okay.
screw the 17 and a half. This guy might go up to 20 million.
Doesn't
all right?
matter. He doesn't need to win a Hart Trophy to get the contract he's gonna get.
No, but like if he could make it 3 more million jump.
I know, but like at the end of the day, I don't think he could get that.
But I'm not putting it.
He asks for.
But at the end of the day, it's gonna be something in his something that could possibly motivate him. At the end of the day, we know this has to be the highest paid player. It's just the question is by how much. And if he goes nuclear, it could be by another 3 million. But at the end of the day, Connor McDavid is probably almost everyone's Hart Trophy winner every single year, and you can't deny that, even though it is the boring pick.
We both went Kucherov. Main reason why I guess I could kind of speak for both of us. We have the Lightning winning the Atlantic Division. Both of us do. And at the end of the day, this guy's always at the top in the Art Ross conversations. He's the best player on that team. And yeah, since they're winning the Atlantic, in our opinion, he has to go crazy, essentially.
I just kept it simple. I was like, if you're my best team in the most difficult division in the NHL, the best player of that team is going to have to do something. And it's Nikita Kucherov, who usually does something. And that's why, for me, he's in this conversation and could possibly win it, but I have him at second place.
And then I guess I'll start off with it. I went with Mikko Rantanen. Again, another reason why I have the Stars winning the Central Division. They have a new coach coming there. Central Division also, in terms of the top 3 guys, like if you look at strictly the top 3, I think that's the toughest, right? Like, yeah, Lightning, Panthers, but Panthers are injured. Maple Leafs have question marks. Metro, don't even talk about it. Pacific, don't even talk about it as like one legit team. And then, yeah, you could throw in obviously Connor McDavid. But yeah, like in terms of like full-on star power, that's the Central Division. They top it for me. Mikko Rantanen is back in that division. He's trying to give the middle finger to the Colorado Avalanche, in my opinion, as well. And he kind of did that in their series.
He already did.
Kind of did that, but like now it's like, okay, you're seeing me. You're gonna see me in the division 4 times, but like overall now 82 with one team, and it's time for him to show people like, hey, I am a star guy. Not saying that he doesn't want to play alongside Nathan McKinnon or anything, but like he could show that yeah, he is the number 1, and he could be like what Draisaitl potentially is. He could be equal to that, and he's gonna show that this year.
I went with Jack Eichel, and the number 1 reason, this guy's gonna be playing for a raise. I believe he's a free agent this year.
I believe he is, yes.
Right? He's not extension eligible. I think he's a literal free agent this year. So he's going to be playing for a contract, if I'm not mistaken. But that's point number 1. Point number 2, they just added one of the best playmaking wingers in the NHL. And I assume him and Mitch Marner will be playing together, which I won't put it past Jack Eichel playing with a guy like Mitch Marner to have a 40-plus goal a year and to increase his point totals by a lot, which will also help him to get that raise. So I think Jack Eichel is a player to look out for a guy who could just like literally be at the top of his game and top of the NHL in terms of points, potentially goals, and obviously in the Hart conversation.
To answer your question, yes, he is a UFA this next coming off season. So that pretty much wraps up our Hart winners and our Hart finalists. Let's move on to the Norris, who is also pretty much the MVP of the defensemen, right? Number 3 for me, Adam Fox. Number 2 for me, Cale Makar. Number 1, I'm going with Quinn Hughes.
Number 3 for me, I went with Rasmus Dahlin. Number 2, Cale Makar. And number 1, Quinn Hughes. Yes, we are Canucks fans, but I don't give a shit. Quinn
We'll
Hughes
give
is
her
best
reasoning.
defenseman.
We'll give her reasoning because it's valid reasoning. But Rasmus Dahlin, explain that because the Sabres are not going to be good.
That's the thing. I'm gonna show some Sabres of love.
Did you have not coming last place or something?
Yeah, I know, but here's where you look at it. This is Rasmus Dahlin is gonna win his own award, and that award is the Bugatti in the Trailer Park Award.
Okay.
And that is him being one of the few pieces that are going to shine in that dumpster fire in
Tage
Buffalo.
Thompson. Yeah.
So when I'm looking at it, I'll just show him some love because I don't think he's going to get it.
He's not going to be top 3. Just
But
be real.
who knows what the hell the Sabres do. But if he does pop off and he does good, I know in terms of team success is going to hold him back.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this guy's a really good defenseman in the NHL. Just because he plays in Buffalo doesn't mean he sucks.
I mean, there's a reason why he went first overall that year.
Yeah, no, but like that because he was bona fide that year.
Yeah.
But the point is, just because he plays in Buffalo doesn't mean he sucks. He doesn't get I believe, the shine that he deserves. Even though he's a Bugatti in a trailer park, which is like all the attention is at one thing. But I'm just showing some love and giving some sort of W for the Sabres. I feel like this might be the only one they have.
I mean, I get your logic. Don't get me wrong. I love that you're showing him love. But then if you're saying that an actual ballot, I don't like based on your logic. They're finishing last place. He's not going to be considered.
Here's the thing. Like this is not.
I guess wait.
Fully team success. This is not an MVP.
Eric Carlson did win it, but that's because
Exactly.
he got the most points, though. To be like, that's
At the end of the day, like you expect Rasmus Dahlin to get his points.
but not like as much as Eric Carlson did. In my
Okay,
opinion.
obviously he's not gonna be 100 points, but you could still see him get like 70.
And the other
80.
two guys
you
that
could
you-
still see Rasmus Dahlin get
Yeah.
70, 80 points.
But it's gonna be tough. But I get what you're saying. But yeah, I'll say mine now. Adam Fox. I'm believing in a bounce back on this guy. He has Mike Sullivan as his head coach, and on top of that, I have them coming. I think you did too. Coming second place in the division. So it's time for him to show like, hey, I am one of the top defensemen. I know he hasn't fully lived up to when he did win the Norris, but it's gonna come back. He's gonna show people why. Like, yeah, he is a top 3 defenseman, and he's looking to obviously bounce back for the American team as well because he did not have the greatest for nation as well. Number 2, we both have Cale Makar. I mean, it's self-explanatory. This guy is usually the leading goal scorer for a defenseman. He is obviously up there in points for a defenseman if he's going to play all the games. If it wasn't for Nathan McKinnon on his team, he probably would have been considered for the Hart as well. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, I have him there because number 1, we'll get to it obviously in a second. It's just an obvious. He's going to be a consensus top 3, I think, for the rest of his career as long as he's healthy and he's not washed.
Health-wise, there's a consensus top 2.
Yeah.
Which is Hughes and McCarr. Here's the big difference. I'm not going to get too deep into it. And I feel like everyone already knows it. It's as simple as this. Quinn Hughes needs to carry his team more than Cale Makar does. That's just a fact. And that's where Quinn Hughes has more of an opportunity to shine and look good. That doesn't mean Cale Makar doesn't do anything or doesn't carry his team whenever he needs to. Like you said, this guy leads the defenseman in goals almost every year. But in terms of the situation, Quinn Hughes has a more of an opportunity to shine. And has stepped up to that role every bit. So for that's the main reason why I put Quinn Hughes ahead of Cale Makar in the Norris conversations, because his team sucks more, and he's the reason why they're good. Whereas I'm not saying the Avalanche are not good because of Makar, but the Avalanche are good because of Makar
And
McKinnon, Landeskog when he's gonna be healthy, and Devon Tays and that sick defenseman defense pairings that they have. So that's the main reason why I have Quinn Hughes ahead of Cale Makar. Just nothing other. At the end of the day, you're not wrong if you say Makar over Hughes. You genuinely aren't. So it's a flip of the coin and a little bit of luck.
And we're slightly biased.
And we're slightly biased. And the luck comes from the luck comes from who's ever not injured.
Okay, like the bias is there, but like we're being valid with our points as well. It's not like we're saying, oh, Philip Hronek is coming 3rd, for example, on top of that. I mean, yeah, Quinn Hughes has his own dual partner now, like Cale Makar does. Yes, Devon Tays, in my opinion, is slightly better than Philip Hronek. Listen, Canucks finished top 2 somehow. This guy's in the Hart conversation. Like he should be in the Hart conversation. Simple as that. The reason why I didn't have him in the Hart conversation is because of that reason. I have him in 3rd place, and I feel like the other guys are gonna obviously do a lot more. But if this guy gets 100 points, he's gonna be a consideration for the Hart. Like you said, like Elias Pettersson, I believe is gonna have a bounce back. Don't get me wrong, but he's not Nathan McKinnon, right? So he has to do a lot more, which is why he should be the favorite to win it this year. Last year he was the favorite to win it, like I said, until he got hurt. I think he should have been the consensus number one because like how much he had to endure with that team, and they were somewhat in a playoff spot because of Quinn Hughes, and there was legitimate shout for him to win the Hart last year as well. Let's go on to our next one, the Vezina for the goalies. Number 3 for me is Jake Ottinger. Number 2 is Connor Hellebuyck. Number 1, he's gonna show everybody once again he's the best goalie in the world, Igor Shesterkin.
Number 3, Thatcher Demko. Number 2, Connor Hellebuyck. And number 1, like you said, he's going to return to form. And if he returns to form, the Rangers will be in a conversation of topping the Metropolitan Division. So I'm just getting that out of the way. Shesterkin, when he's on his game, in my opinion, is the best goaltender. And then let's get number 2 out of the way, Connor Hellebuyck. There's no explanation.
It's the Hughes McCart. Simple as that. There's
no explanation needed here. All right, you guys who watch hockey know that these are the 2 best goalies in the NHL when they're on their game. So again, it's a flip of the coin. Who's ever more healthy and performing and team success, that's the one who's going to win. And right now, I'm giving Shesterkin the edge. Number 3, Thatcher Demko. Last time we saw this guy have a healthy offseason and a preseason and a training camp, this guy was in Vezina conversation.
Relatively a healthy season. This guy was in Vezina conversation. Second place in Vezina. Freaking Connor Hellebuyck ruined it. But again, you could say it's bias speaking, you could say it's not bias speaking, but at the end of the day, I do have a case. When this guy's healthy, he's a top goaltender in the NHL. I think what's going to hurt him a little bit might be because he's going to split more time with Jake Ottinger. Sorry, not Jake Ottinger. With Kevin Lankinen. But yeah, I mean, I gave him a shout. I was thinking Andrei Vasilevsky, he's going to return to form a little bit more to help.
But to that point quickly.
Yeah.
Allmark did win a Vezina.
I get it, but Allmark also had the stats and the best record of all time on top of helping him out.
That doesn't mean I'm not saying Demko's not the best record of all time, but the stats could put in that conversation. Fair. So I don't think it's going to hurt.
I went with Jake Ottinger because, again, similar to my Rantanen point, Gillian Goldson, coach's best friend, is a great goalie. I believe that's Jake Ottinger. He probably has something to prove after the comments that were made by former head coach Pete DeBoer for him. So yeah, like at the end of the day, like again, I have the Stars topping the division. Yes, Hellebuyck edges him out because Hellebuyck is more of their MVP. They have, at least these guys have now Mikko Rantanen and other top guys. So yeah, I have Jake Ottinger showing people and Pete DeBoer strictly that I'm in this conversation as well.
Let's move on. Selke. And the Selke favorite year in and year out recently is unfortunately out with a torn ACL, and that is Alexander Barkov. So hopefully he gets well soon. But that means this opens a door for a new Selke winner. And at number 3, I went with Rupe Hentz. Number 2, I went with Sam Reinhart, Barkov's teammate, who might need to carry that load defensively and that two-way forwards that they have. And at number 1, hopefully this guy's healthy, I'm giving it to Nico Hischier.
Number 3, I went with Nico Hischier. Number 2, I went with Anthony Cirelli. And number 1, I went with Barkov's teammate, Sam Reinhart. I'll start off with Sam Reinhart very quickly here. It's exactly what you said. He needs to carry the load. And I have the Panthers finishing second for a reason. And who's going to be a big part of that to take over the role defensively? It's going to be Sam Reinhart. He was top 3 along with Barkov. Now, obviously, some people have a case like, okay, how could one of them win it if they both are in the same team, same line, whatever the case might be. But now his role is going to be elevated. If he was top 3 to Barkov last year, he should be the conversation to probably win his first one this year as well.
Yeah, same reasoning for Reinhart. He's definitely going to be in this conversation. I think he has all the capabilities of being that good defensive forward. And overall, he has a good opportunity of winning this trophy for sure.
So
the reason why I went with Hitz number 3, I'm gonna get that out of the way first. This guy's a good two-way player. There's no debates about that. I feel like with adding Rantanen in there, you have a guy that's gonna carry the load offensively, where you don't have to do much offensively, where you have a little bit more opportunity to focus on your defensive game and on your defensive matchup, whoever that may be at any given night. You have guys like Rantanen, Wyatt Johnson, who stepped up for you last year. Jason Robertson, as long as he's on form, is a great goal scorer. Rupe Hentz doesn't need to contribute too much and take over offensively like he needed to in the past because he has, absolutely amazing guys as his teammates.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I went with Anthony Cirelli, number 2. It could have been him. It could have been Hagel. It could be another Barkov Reinhart situation. Anthony Cirelli, for me, again, he's the center, so he might get a little bit more love as well for the Sulky. Tampa, again, winning the division for me. He's a really good two-way player. We know that, and it's time for him to get some recognition on the NHL whole landscape vibe there. Number 3 for me, and your number 1 was Nico Hischier. I think we're going to have the same argument. Again, you could pick many people. I considered Matthews. I considered Marner. Nico Hischier. I mean, year in a year out.
I'm not laughing at that.
What? This?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, right?
Yeah. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm like, bro, you follow your trend.
Nico Hischier is in the conversation almost every year. Healthy. When he's healthy, we know he's a top 2 center in the NHL. Obviously, for him, it's gonna, in terms of team wise, the only person, if healthy, he's behind is Jack Hughes, and then he takes the load a lot defensively, and he does a really good job. It kind of reminds me, if you're talking about the prime Canucks version, Henrik Sedin is your line 1 guy, Ryan Kessler line 2. And obviously, I obviously believe Ryan Kessler is obviously a little bit better of an offensive player than Nico Hischier is right now. But Nico Hischier is going to be in the conversation. He's going to show why, and then he's going to help the Devils, get into that playoff spot, hopefully, once again.
This is a hard word to really differentiate who's the number 1 guy. Obviously, the main guy is out, unfortunately. And the main guy the main guy before that retired. Yeah. Patrice Bergeron. So, but like you said, whatever you said about Nico Hischier having the opportunities to be that defensive forward, exactly what I agree with. I just put him at number 1 just because, again, to me, it's a flip of the coin between a lot of these guys, especially Red Reinhardt. I just want to double check that.
Okay, yeah. You need to probably turn the screen awake thing. Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
All right, I'll go Calder next, and then or else Rocket and Jack Adams. Moving on to the next one, the Calder, the Rookie of the Year. Listen, this is pure vibes. I'm going to be straight up with you. It's hard to assess rookies in general. We could go strictly based on talent. I don't know how many times we got it wrong or right over the years. Some of them are straightforward, as like Connor Bedard one was, or like in general, like last year we both probably picked Macklin Celebrini to win it. And obviously we know who ended up winning, and there's no one thought Lane Hudson was going to win it, right? This one, I'm like I said, a straight vibes of players. I know there's a lot of considerations there. Number 3, I went with Ryan Leonard. Or number 2, Isaac Howard. Number 1, Demidov.
Demidov is kind of the only one where you could.
He's a consensus favorite. He's the betting favorite.
Yeah, okay.
He's every analyst favorite.
That's
as well.
not that.
Yeah.
The reason why we could have confidently say Demidov is because we saw this guy light up the league.
Yeah.
When he came in for like the last 5 or so games for the Montreal Canadiens. So, in terms of, it's not pure vibes or who you would think our number 1 guy is. Demidov has some sort of tape where you see like, okay, if this guy is any bit of that throughout the whole year, he's winning it clearly, and that's why I have him at number 1. At number 2, I went with Askarov, and at number 3, I went with the number 1 overall pick in Matthew Schaefer.
Okay, so I'll start off with Ryan Leonard. The reason why I went with Ryan Leonard, he was pretty good for them last year when he came in as well. Obviously not to the level of maybe Demidov. Listen, I don't think the Washington Capitals, like Protis and even to a certain degree, top line center.
Strome.
Strome, Connor McMichael and all these guys. I might think PLD, I might think they might take a slight step back. I'm not saying they're going to fall off a cliff and there's like a one season wonder type vibe, but small step back. But then because of that, I believe Ryan Leonard's going to take a big step forward, and he's going to be a big reason why the Capitals will be considered a playoff team or even a top 3 team in the NHL.
Schaefer, number 1 overall pick. He's, for me, you're always going to have a consideration. And the fact that he was a consensus number 1 overall pick, and the fact that your team traded away their best defenseman because they have that much faith in you, just shows how much confidence the Islanders have in Schaefer, which I think is going to help him as a young player and as a rookie. And at number 2, Yaroslav Askarov. I'm just trying to hope for some Dustin Wolf vibes with this.
I mean, I could see that. I considered him as well.
Yeah,
heavily.
So that's the main reason I have him here. I have a feeling that this guy will improve. And show some sort of Dustin Wolf levelness. But obviously, I mean, then again, Calder doesn't matter for playoff if your team makes a playoff or not.
I definitely should have considered that because I have the Sharks not finishing last place.
But I think the Askarov vibe is just kind of going off Dustin Wolf's vibe from last year, and these 2 guys were very good AHL goaltenders.
Number 2, I was Isaac Howard. Simple fact that he's going to get the opportunity to potentially play with one of the 2 guys in Edmonton. I know at the moment he might not be on their line, but we'll see how the season progresses with either McDavid or Draisaitl, which means you're going to get opportunity to get points, right? Because like who's better than those two centers really? The only one you could think of on the top of your head is Nathan McKinnon, after McDavid obviously. But and on top of that, you don't have Zach Hyman. So yes, him. I don't know if.
You're just looking at this guy to step up.
Yeah, like
it's tough as
the
a rookie.
Oilers need to step up. They need McDavid to have a reason why to stay long term, and this guy might be the reason why. Simple as that. And Isaac Howard should, if my opinion, like the talent is there. I know that. I heard he obviously there's no NHL tape. He's a really good college player. There's a reason why he went here as well, because he's smart and knows he's gonna play with two of the three best players in the world probably. And yeah, opportunities there for him to get it.
Jack Adams, Coach of the Year. Number 3, I went with Adam Foote. Number 2, I went with Mike Sullivan. And number 1, I went with Andre Tjurny from the Utah Mammoth now. I don't know if I butchered that last name or not. Probably did.
Trigny, I think. Number 3, Glenn Gulletson. Number 2, Paul Maurice. Number 1, Mike Sullivan.
All right, Adam Foote, quickly out of the way. You guys might think I'm biased.
Yes.
And you guys are correct. But here's the reason why. You have a rookie head coach coming into a situation where the team missed the playoffs last year in a disappointing fashion.
Drama.
And I personally predicted the Canucks to make the playoffs. So for that reason, the head coach is going to have a big part of that. And Rick Tocchet won Coach of the Year. And obviously, that was one of the main reasons was he took a non-playoff team to win the division. But these guys, I don't have them winning the division, but making the playoffs, that's still going to be a big jump. And Adam Foote is going to deserve some credit, in my opinion, if that is true, and I hope it is true, that the Canucks make the playoffs.
Glenn Gulletson, Stars are winning the division. Again, like it's weird because this team is good and they have a new coach. Glenn Gulletson in his first stop was not great. He did not make the playoffs for these guys, but he has the players to help him win the coach of the be in consideration for coach of the year. So the reason why I don't have him winning is because the Stars are already a good team. It's not like he's going to turn them around or anything. But again, in that division, you have the three-headed monster that no one else really kind of has. As a whole, yes, the Atlantic is the tougher division. Don't get me wrong. But the Stars, Jets, and Avalanche it's such a debate on who's 1, 2, and 3 when everybody's healthy. So I have them winning the division. Glenn Gulletson is going to have a factor in that, in my opinion.
I have a trend for all 3 of my candidates and finalists. Teams that missed the playoffs last year, and I think that would take a stump or a jump, not a stump. I was about to say a step forward. Mix that with jump. But Rangers missed the playoffs last year. I expect them to make the playoffs. Mike Sullivan is the head coach. That's gonna be a big reason why. And the same goes with the Utah Mammoth. They missed the playoff last year. I told them I'll tell you them to take a big jump, and I think they'll take that big jump into a playoff spot. And again, the head coach is going to deserve recognition. So I went with a similar trend with all 3 of my picks here.
I really wanted to put him in, Andre Tourney, because I am high on the Mammoth this year. But I went number 2, Paul Maurice. Buddy has no Kachuk to start the year. Buddy has no Barkov for pretty much the whole year. How is he going to get the job done? That's his time to show, like, hey, I know I'm exhausted. I've been in the Cup final 2 years in a row. I don't know. I get it. I have a good team. But I need to have a really good coaching year for this team to be considered, because, like I said, the overall Atlantic Division is tough. The Canadians and the Senators are coming, right? The Leafs, yes, lost Marner, but should still be in that range. And then obviously we have the Lightning win the division. But I feel like, personally, if I'm having them second place, it's going to be a very good coaching job. And Paul Maurice is one of the best coaches in the NHL.
All right.
Number 1.
Oh, you got number 1, yeah.
Yeah, number 1. I didn't explain mine because you explained a little bit.
Yeah,
number 1, Mike Sullivan. Is pretty much to your point. Drama-filled year last year. Mike Sullivan is going to show that why he's one of the elite coaches of the NHL, and the Rangers are getting to second place for a reason. Obviously, having Igor Shesterkin in the net will help his case as well, in our opinion, because we both have Shesterkin winning the Vezina. And yeah, Mike Sullivan is going to put this team second place in the Metro and into a playoff spot.
I know we didn't properly or not going to properly do the Jim Gregory GM of the Year award. The fact that Bill Zito has never won this, I am doing my own 3 candidates for the GM of the Year award, and that is Bill Zito, and Bill freaking Zito. All right, I don't give a shit what the Florida Panthers do this year. Just give this dude the Jim Gregory GM of the Year award, because the fact that this guy has never won is an absolute abysmal and a disgrace for the people who are picking these awards.
All right. I agree with you. It should be Bill Zito, especially with my.
But yeah, if I were to
keep everyone,
if I were to look at like some pieces that might be in conversation, Vegas the GM, Kelly McCrimmon, in terms of bringing in Marner, and that success. And obviously, I have Carolina, Eric Tulsky.
I was about to say Eric Tulsky deserves a massive shout because bringing in Ehlers, bringing in Kendra Miller, bringing in, like, if we can go into last year a little bit, bringing in Stankoven after all the drama with the Rantanen and stuff.
But give her to freaking Bill Zito. Simple as that.
All right, time to get to the stat awards very quickly here. Obviously, this is just
Before we do that, though,
yeah.
we got to make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. All right, NHL season is literally around the corner. It's starting in a couple of days. So if you guys are hockey fans or NHL fans, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and comment down below you guys' award winners for each NHL award, and also you guys' cup finalists and your Stanley Cup winner, because that's what we'll be predicting next, along with some other playoff predictions.
So, I mean, Rocket and Art Ross. I mean, we have just got to go on who we think is the best of that thing. Number 3, this team's not going to make the playoffs. David Pastrnak. At the end of the day, he's literally their only guy. Like, he was, top 5 in points, I think, last year as well. And then he was like top 7 in goals or something when I was looking at it. Why? He's not going to take another step back, in my opinion. He's literally their only offense, unless someone else takes a massive jump that we don't know about. So David Pastrnak's my number 3. Number 2, Sam Reinhart. Someone's need to score goals there. And that's going to be Sam Reinhart's job. I'm realizing I'm explaining it as I go, but I'll just quickly do it. And number 1, listen, if the Maple Leafs need to be good this year, this guy's got to score goals. Austin Matthews is going to show why he's this generation's greatest goal scorer once again. But I mean, like, this decade, sorry. And why he was somewhat considered to maybe break Ovechkin's record if he was healthy for these last couple of years. So number 3, Pastrnak. 2, Reinhart. Number 1, Austin Matthews.
Honestly, I genuinely do agree with that. I'm putting Matthews at number 1. I'm definitely putting Pastrnak in that conversation as well. I could 100% see Sam Reinhart being in the top 3 just because his team needs him to. But I am going to throw in Jack Eichel just because.
Okay, I'm going to throw Thrill for a sec.
For the comment I said earlier on where, like, Mitch Marner could help this guy set up. I know this guy's not, like, a bona fide goal scorer, but I feel like he has a potential this year to score many goals. The other usual candidate I say is Jason Robertson, but every time I say him, he doesn't really score much, so I'm not going to say him.
I genuinely thought you were going to go Kirill Kaprizov.
But no, I'm going to give it to Jack Eichel just because of that comment over Sam Reinhart. But I think, and again, I have Matthews at number 1 because, like, he did genuinely need him to be number 1.
Art Ross. I'm boring. Number 3, Nathan McKinnon. Number 2, Nikita Kucherov. Number 1, Connor McDavid. You could see some sort of alignment there.
I'm going with Kucherov at 1, McDavid at 2, and I'm going to say Draisaitl at 3.
I'm just saying McDavid's going to go nuclear. That's the main reason why I have him there. But again, Krill the Thrill deserves a shout here because, like, before his injury, he was on a great pace to probably even win this thing last year. But we know, like, McDavid and Kucherov are always going to be in this conversation, and then throw your hat in for McKinnon, Draisaitl, whoever you want for the top 3. But that pretty much wraps it up for our overall awards. Like Jovan mentioned, comment down below who do you think is going to win each of one of them. But let's get right into our playoff teams. And, like, listen, we're not gonna go into details of the division, the top 3 in division. You guys need to check out our division previews and predictions video. We already talked about them because top 3 is already a consensus. They're in the playoffs.
We're just filling in our wild card spots.
So we'll start off with the Western Conference very quickly. Pacific playoff teams at the moment. Number 1 for me was the Golden Knights. 2, Oilers. 3, the Canucks. In the Central, I have the Dallas Stars, then the Winnipeg Jets, and then the Colorado Avalanche. So these 6 teams are guaranteed playoff spot for me. And I'll let you say your Western ones first. Then we'll go to
I don't want to say it. I don't want to spoil it. I want to make them watch the videos. I don't know if that's fair.
I mean, we have to give it, like, if we're giving a playoff.
Okay, yeah. Thing. So,
do you want to hear reasoning why? Go to those videos for sure.
All right, I went with the same in the Pacific: Vegas, Edmonton, Canucks, and then same in the Central, the 3 teams: Dallas, Winnipeg, and Colorado. I believe I did Colorado and Winnipeg. And then when I went with my wild card teams here, I finished it off with the Utah Mammoth, and I'm giving the Central 5 teams, and I went with the Minnesota Wild.
So, like, obviously the considerations for me were the Kings, Mammoth, Ducks, and Blues, because those were the 4 or 5 teams in those respective divisions. I agree with you. I'm high on this team. I mean, I'm going to the Utah Mammoth. They will take wild card number 1. And then this is where it got tough. I have the Ducks obviously 5th, but I think it's a year too early. So that's, like, the Mammoth point. So they're out. Then it was hard choice between the Blues and the Kings for me, because I have the Blues finishing 5th, obviously. I went 4-4. I went with the LA Kings. The reason why, Anze Kopitar's last year, they're motivated. I still think they're a solid enough team, but even though I hated their offseason and they're going to take a step back, but I still think they're still talented enough, good enough. Anze Kopitar is not a washed player. He's still a very good player. Drew Doughty's not a washed defenseman. He's still a very good defenseman. So that's why I have the Kings over the Blues. So those are my 2 wildcard teams.
In the East, in the Atlantic Division, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning, then the Ottawa Senators, and then the Toronto Maple Leafs. And in the Metro, I had the Carolina Hurricanes, the New York Rangers, and then the Washington Capitals.
Atlantic, so my top 3, Lightning, then the Panthers and the Leafs, Metro, Hurricanes, Rangers, and the Devils.
So the playoff spots for me, I have Florida making it, obviously. And then I have Montreal rounding out the playoffs. So again, I went with the 5 with the Atlantic and 3 with the Metro.
So for my considerations were Senators, Canadians, then it was the Capitals and Islanders. Again, tough one to consider. Islanders were out for me. I went with the Senators as a lock. So it was between the Capitals and the Canadians. I went with the Capitals. I think they're still going to be a solid enough team. Spencer Carberry is going to be coaching them as well. So I pretty much went 4s across the board from the East and the West. So those are overall our 8 playoff teams in each conference.
So our number 1 teams, for me personally, I went with the Dallas Stars having the best record in the West. And I went with the Tampa Bay Lightning having the best record in the East. So which basically means that the Florida Panthers, according to, if my script is true, the Florida Panthers will play the Carolina Hurricanes in the first round, and they will go to the Metro route and not the Atlantic Division route.
So I have the Knights finishing 1, and I have the Lightning finishing 1 as well. But let's get to it. This is the moment of truth, our Stanley Cup finalist and winner, and we'll throw in a Conn Smythe winner as well. My finalists, as much as I really wanted to make it a history moment, a three-peat, and they goddamn well would have done that if Barkov was healthy because Tkachuk was going to come in. I am not putting the Florida Panthers in here this year because without Barkov, I'm not saying they have 0% chance, but their chances are heavily diminished. My East representative is the Carolina Hurricanes. I said it in our Metropolitan preview. This year is the year for them to get it done. Now, for your sake, it might be Florida might still beat them. I get that. But listen, this team did so well in the offseason. And in the Metro Division, I said that, they might be a hated team because they're going to sign Michael McLeod and Carter Hart. Frank Saravelli pretty much refuted the reports now that they're not going to be signing them. So they're probably back on the lovable side. But I have them representing it there. And then my West representative, I'm going to stick by it. I go by it the last 3 years. I'm going to go by it again. The Dallas Stars are making the Stanley Cup final.
I have the exact same prediction as last year.
The
Dallas Stars facing the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup final. And the team that I think that's going to let me down is probably the Dallas Stars, who are the healthier ones. I have Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup for a 3rd straight year.
Even if there's no Barkov.
Even if there is no Barkov.
Because they're going to probably make a move.
Because they're going to the Metro. They're going the Metro route.
And they're going to
have to go through Atlantic.
And they're probably going to make a move.
And Bill Zito should be winning the Jim Gregory GM of the Year award.
So you're going with the history.
I'm going with history. And people might think I'm stupid because of the injuries. But you can't think I'm stupid right now because it hasn't happened yet. So you can't call me a dumbass yet. But overall, it is the Florida Panthers. If there's any team I could think that could pull it off, it's definitely them. And it's definitely their low income and their very low tax. Low income. Very high income.
The team is rich.
I was about to say low income tax. It's low state tax.
Yeah.
And very hot weather.
Yeah.
And Brad Marchand loves it there. So when I'm looking at it, if there's any team that could pull it off, it is the Florida Panthers.
So my winner, I am going with it. I'm going with the Dallas Stars once again. And let's see if Ken Gall's going to get the coach's bump this year and get it through all the way.
I just want to quickly apologize to every single Dallas Star fans quickly, just because we have been putting you guys into finals every single year for the last 3 years now, and you guys haven't made it. So that means you probably might not make it again this year. I'm apologizing in advance because I know you guys are going through a lot. We're trading away Micah, trading away Luka, and now Dallas probably disappointing again in the playoffs.
Conn Smythe winner for me, Mikko Rantanen. Very obvious as I have the Stars winning it. He's the best player. It's either him or for me, Ottinger. I'm going with the guy that's going to get the points, Mikko Rantanen.
I'm going with Sergei Bobrovsky. because they're going to need every single bit of them if they're going to want to win the Stanley Cup this year.
So that pretty much wraps it up for us. This is our predictions of the NHL season, each award winner, playoff teams, and our Stanley Cup finalists and winners. We want to hear your comments down below as well. Like Jovan mentioned earlier, hit the subscribe button. More content coming to you guys on the way. Upcoming on the screen right now is our Metropolitan Division preview and predictions. So go, guys, check that out. We'll catch you guys over there. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.